Welcome to my shop and forming copper. Now, I really like working with copper because it's one of the most malleable materials there is, and it's also very forgiving. In other words, you can come up with a shape, and if it's not quite what you envisioned, then you can anneal the copper and you can reshape it. Now, up front, I want to tell you, I'm not like a sixth generation coppersmith, and I certainly don't have the coppersmithing tools. Matter of fact, most of the tools I'm going to be using in this video are pretty primitive. They're tools that I've made myself, and I'll be showing you how you can do the same. And with just these few tools, you'll be able to turn out shapes. I mean, you get an idea in your mind, and you'll be able to form the copper and come up with a shape that corresponds with your design. Now, my first step through here, I'm just roughing this out. Oh, that's beginning to stiffen up quickly. So it's time to anneal. Still using 5 pounds of acetylene and 6 pounds of oxygen. I pretty much implied that carving a mallet like this for forming copper is pretty simple, easy stuff. And then I got thinking about it, that I did this 35 years ago. So I'm going to carve a mallet, and let's see if I really know what I'm talking about here. Now, this is a piece of sycamore. I had a tree come down in my yard, and this is about 2.5, 2 3/4 inches in diameter. So I'm going to carve it out of sections of this. So let's see how I do with this. Okay, here's some tools that I've got in my shop that I can use. This is a draw knife, also a wood chisel and a mallet. And if I had a small handsaw, I might actually just knock off some of these corners here with that. But I don't have that, so I'll primarily be using this draw knife. When you're working on your designs in copper, don't limit yourself. For example, this abstract shape right here. Just imagine that this was just a flat piece of copper, and by annealing and then rough forming, then doing some more hammering, and then planishing, comes up with a piece that has depth and dimension. So much more interesting than just a flat sheet of copper. Now, if you decide that you're going to do a lot of copper work, you may want to consider a planishing tool. This is an air-operated planishing hammer. This unit is foot-operated, meaning that both of your hands are free to maneuver the copper through the hammer. As you can see, there's lots of dimples in here from the hammering. This did a decent job of taking out the rough spots, but I'm still going to have to go in and do the hand planishing to get all these dimples out.